Hi, in the last lessons we understood how to download Power BI desktop applications in your system. In these lessons we are going to understand and import the source data. This is the data sheet that we are going to use. This is the sales data sheet. It contains some of the columns like date of sales, dates, salesman, name of the salesman that who has made the sales, the type of product, the product name of the product that it has been sold, then quantity, then sales. So here there are some of the text based column like we can see like Delhi. There are three kinds of states that we are going to use, like these salesmen are from these Delhi, Gujarat and Maharashtra. Okay, so then this is the name of the salesman. Okay, then product category we can say mobile phone, computer, headphone, laptop, tablet. These are the products are being sold. Then that number of quantities being sold, and this is the sales amount. And there is also one sales date. This date is very much important. Suppose we want to check quarter wise sales or half yearly sales or year wise sales, we can use this for this. Okay, now what we can do, we can import this file to this Power BI desktop applications. So this is the interface. In the last sessions we have seen, we have also understood the Power BI desktop applications interface. So in this lessons what we will do, we will that import the source data. So this is the type of files that we must understand what kind of files that we can import to Power BI desktop applications, what kind of extension file that it can support. So there are multiple ways in which we can import the data. So we can import data like Excel data, we can SQL Server, we can also different types of also data extensions, the file we can use. We can click here to understand, else we can what we can do, so get data. So these are the type of data sets that it can support for the purpose of analysis and visualizations. Excel, Power BI data sets, data flow, data bots, SQL Server, analysis server, text, CSV file, web, OData feed, blank query, Power BI template apps. These are the different types of like types of file that it can support. Directly also we have also some of the options like Excel workbook option is also there. We can also directly. So we can check one by one. So SAP HANA database it can also access. It can by using HANA database it can also create some of the. We can also create some of the visuals here. Business warehouse application server, Amazon Redshift, then Google BigQuery, Vertica, Snowflake. So these are the different types of files that it can use. We can import so these kind of files. These are the files we can import. Okay. So then, or we can directly we can suppose since we are using this Excel, we can also use this. Okay. So what we can do, we can click on here because since we are using one Excel sheets, we can click here. So then this is the data set we are going to use. We can wait a couple of minutes or 4 5 seconds. 4 5 seconds we can use wait. So then this mm, file contains two sheet actually, Excel sheets. One is challenge, another is sales data. So challenge data we are going to use in the subsequent lectures, and here what we are going to use this sales figure. So once we click here on sales data, so the data we have seen in Excel sheets, this will appear here. We can see here the exactly the same data. It is sales, date of sales, date, salesman, product, quantity and sales amount. It is also using sale. So there are two options here. This is for one for transform data. This is for Power BI query. Okay, we are not going to use this, and subsequent lessons that we are going to use it. So we can what we can do here, we can load this. So we have to wait a couple of seconds. So in between it will load. So once the data gets loaded, So now this field pen will get populated, and by using this data we can create beautiful visuals. There are two ways we can uh, we can create visuals directly. By using field pen we can create visuals, and or we can also use this visualization pen to create it. Okay, so first let us start here. This is the report view. There are three kinds of view that we are discussing in the last lessons. So this is the report view. What does it mean? So when we create some of the visuals, like take for example, suppose this is a tile. I just clicked here. This is a stacked column chart. So I just dragged it. Okay. So I can also bring some of the like that data here, and we will get this. We will see it subsequently. Okay. So this is the report that we can create. This is the data that we have imported now. This is the data. So this is the that is the exact Excel sheet that we have uploaded here. This is appears here. Date of sales, state, salesman, product, quantity, and sales amount. Okay. So this is the report view. This is the data view. This is model view. So this is the just this what it tells about. This is the different colors that we have in our data set that it appears. Okay, it also provides us a model. So later on we will see this. So now we'll see the report view. So there are multiple ways that we can create visuals. We can what we can do, we can drag certain kind of like take for example sales, we can drag here value. So by using field pens, so what I am doing here, I am dragging sales here into the value. So we'll see one tile is being created, one this is being created. So sum of sales by default sales amount it comes. Suppose what we want to do, we want to see the average. We can see the average here. Average sales is this much. So this is one column just we have seen. Suppose take for example, I want to see something like stacked column chart. Okay, I can double click here. It appears here. Okay. So there are two axes. Okay, there are two axes we can see here, and there are some of the option tooltips options and filter options and drill through options. There are some of these. So when you put when we fill this that cells with some of the like values. Okay, so we'll get this. Suppose take for example, I will bring like take for example, I'll bring product here. Okay, so we'll find here product, different kinds of product that we'll get. So suppose take for example, I will see the product wise sales amount. So we'll see also product wise sales amount. So this is what we'll see. So this is how we can create like, so this is for computer. Take for example computer, sum of sales amount is, if we hover over the these columns, what will happen, we will get it. This is for the laptops, this is for the mobile phones, this is for the tablet, and this is for the headsets. So we will get the value and name of the product if we hover over this. So what we can do, we can also drag here either and thither. Suppose wherever we want, we can drag it. Okay, we can enlarge it, and we can also put wherever we want to put. We can also put according to the requirement. Okay, so there are multiple ways that we can. There are two ways we can build visuals in our canvas. This is called canvas. So one way that we can select a particular kind of that tiles, maybe cluster bar chart. This is called cluster column chart. This is called stacked bar chart, 100% stacked bar chart. So you can see one by one. We will use one by one for this in the subsequent lectures. So in the next lessons that we are going to use, we are going to create a few more visuals. That's for the lessons. I will see you in the next one.